Hi, I'm Justin, and in this video, I'll show you how to use the Review Follow-up feature. Review Follow-up helps you get additional insights from your reviewers by asking them specific, targeted questions after they leave a review. This additional information helps you understand what your business is doing well, it helps you uncover friction points in the user journey, and it helps you truly understand customer behavior. Review Follow-up is available to Trustpilot customers on the Enterprise plan, and it works with service reviews. Let's take a look at the Review Follow-up experience for your reviewers. Here, we're on a fictional profile page. I'll submit a service review so you can see the process from the reviewer's perspective. First, I'll click Write a Review. Now I'll choose a star rating. I'll enter a simple review. I'll choose a date of my experience, and I will submit this review. And here is the review, and this is the review follow-up. The review follow-up is a multi-question survey. The questions can be single-choice questions or multiple-choice questions. Any feedback from the follow-up will not affect your trust score or review count. As you can see, review follow-up is a powerful way to gain additional insights from your reviewers. Let's think about how to maximize the value of review follow-up. The real power of review follow-up is asking the right questions to the right people based on what you want to learn about your business. Here's a simple framework I like to use. Start by targeting low ratings, like 1 or 2 stars. Your goal here is to figure out what went wrong and how to fix it. These customers can help you uncover the biggest problems in the user experience. You might ask something like, what's the main reason for your rating? Or what could we do to improve your experience? If you're targeting mid to high ratings, like 3 or 4 stars, your goal is to find out what's missing for a perfect score. These people generally had a good experience, but there's something that kept them from giving you a higher rating. A great question here is, what's one thing we could do to make this a 5-star experience? And if you're targeting high ratings, like 5 stars, your goal is to learn what's working well. You might ask, which part of your experience stood out the most? Using this simple framework can help you gather additional insights from all your reviewers. Let's take a look at the Review Follow-up dashboard. From the left-hand menu, I'm going to choose Manage Reviews and then Review Follow-up. This is the Review Follow-up dashboard, a central place to review all of your follow-ups. The scorecard gives you a quick overview of how many follow-ups are running and their success rate. You can also see a list of all your follow-ups in the table. This is very handy if you have multiple global teams that are deploying this feature. You can quickly sort the list and view what surveys are running in various languages before launching a new survey. You can also pause or delete a review follow-up using the menu in each row. To create a new follow-up, click Create New. The first thing I'm going to do is give the follow-up an internal name, like 5-star follow-up. Make sure the name is descriptive so other users will understand the purpose of this follow-up when they see it on the dashboard. Then, set the targeting rules. The targeting rules determine which reviewers see the follow-up questions. Remember, there are 2 criteria to target the follow-up. The first criteria is the star rating. You can choose 1 or more star ratings to target a follow-up. For example, if you want to target reviewers that left low reviews, you might choose 1 and 2 stars. If you want to target users that left great reviews, you might choose 5 stars. The second way you can target your follow-up is via the user's language. This is the language set in the user's browser configuration. For example, if you choose English, the review follow-up will be targeted at users whose browser is configured for English. Please note that Trustpilot will not translate your questions into the language you choose. We simply check the language that is configured in the user's browser. Also, each follow-up must be a unique combination of rating and language. For example, you can only have one follow-up that targets 5-star reviews in English. If you launch a new follow-up that targets 5-star reviews in English, then the current follow-up will be paused. A best practice is to create a separate follow-up for each language you want to support. Now it's time to add questions to our review follow-up. You can choose to create your own questions or choose pre-made questions. Click the Questions section to edit your first question. Here I'm going to update my question, and since we're targeting 5-star reviews, the question might be, what made this a 5-star experience? Next, I'm going to set this to a multiple choice question, and I'm going to edit the answers to better align with my question. So this might be quality product, low price, fast shipping, or helpful support. Now I'm going to delete the options that I don't need by clicking on the X. I am going to add one more question. I'm going to add other. I like to include other because it helps me capture responses that don't fit neatly into my current thinking. It really helps me get a better sense of the user experience. If you want to add more questions, simply click Create My Own to add your own questions, or click Ready-Made Questions to choose from a list of pre-made questions. I think that's all I need for this review follow-up. When you're happy with your setup, click Save and Preview. Here you have a preview of your review follow-up, including the name, the targeting, and the questions. Before you can launch, you must acknowledge that you are not collecting any personally identifiable information using this feature. Then I can click Activate, one more Activate Follow-up, and now we can see from this message that our follow-up is running. From now on, customers who meet the criteria will see the follow-up questions immediately after submitting a review. Now let's look at the review follow-up responses. You can view the responses in your Service Reviews inbox. So I'm going to navigate to Manage Reviews and Inbox. Each follow-up is automatically attached to the original review. As you look at the reviews in your inbox, look for the View Additional Feedback button. When you click this button, you will see the review follow-up information. Here you'll see the first question that was asked and then the answer. And in this case, there was a second question and a second answer. When you see the follow-up questions along with the original review, you get a more complete picture of the customer's experience with your business. You can also export your review follow-up data in a CSV file. This is very useful when you want to integrate your follow-up data with data from another system, like a CRM system or a marketing automation tool. One of my favorite ways to use the CSV data is to actually create custom dashboards and share them internally so everybody has a sense of the user experience. To export your data in CSV format, let's navigate to the Review Follow-up dashboard. Here on each row, there's a button. If you click the button and you choose Export CSV, Trustpilot will create and give you a CSV file that you can use in different ways. The CSV data includes all of your review follow-up data. This includes the original review that prompted the follow-up, the star rating of that review, the targeting criteria used for the follow-up, and the actual follow-up questions and answers. Exporting your data to CSV also enables deeper analysis using AI, which can be really helpful for identifying patterns across languages and star ratings. That's how to set up and use review follow-up. It's a simple way to get deeper insights into what is and is not working for your business. Log into your Trustpilot account to create your first follow-up and check the Help Center for more information.